to the Finance Committee meeting for September 15th, 2015.
Thanks, Matt.
And first order of business, we will welcome new member Lisa Bezanson.
Thank you. Hello.
Oh, yeah. And then we can go around and have everyone else introduce themselves for the camera.
Liggy Souza-Dallas.
Lisa Bezanson.
Barbara Ray.
Matthew Sala.
Mike Platty. Pete Walters.
I don't know where they are. Deb, do you know where the name tags are? The nameplates? No, we don't need them.
They're in the closet.
Okay.
I actually have one. I have the tag itself. I just need the holder.
I think we have holders.
Yes, we did actually.
So we have 3 members who are not here tonight. All have informed us that they would not be here. So all excused absences. So some of the orders of business for tonight are going to be difficult to go over. Got an email from Town Manager Rick LaFond that because of previous commitments, he's not able to come tonight. He was going to email me some of the information on the subjects, but I haven't gotten the email yet. So for the status of the budget and review, the preliminary budget timeline discussions, and the free cash, we don't have his input there, so I don't have a lot of information to go over there.
Do you know, Tuesday nights in general going to be a bad night for him? Or?
This was something that was very specific that he had today.
Okay.
So it was something that he had with his kids that he had scheduled for today because he had meetings yesterday and tomorrow. So Tuesdays are going to be a bad night for Sean Tyler, so we can revisit whether Tuesdays are a good night for everyone or not.
I'll voice my opinion then.
Voice?
No, I'll voice my opinion then when we get to that.
We can do that now.
Oh, Wednesdays are easier for me.
Okay.
But.
Yep. As I had communicated before, when I had asked about different nights, there were a couple of people who had mentioned either Wednesday or Thursday or both of those nights were harder for them, and no other nights had been mentioned. Once things were booked, Tuesday became bad for a bunch of people. So
Yeah.
always the case.
It is. It is always the case.
Anyone else have other preferences of nights? My schedule is pretty open personally. So.
My schedule's mostly open, but I would prefer Wednesday night as a more of a easier night. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Viggy?
Wednesday's okay, except, occasionally, maybe every other month or so, maybe a problem. But if that's a miss, then that's fine.
Okay. Lisa?
Any day.
I think you had said any night.
That doesn't matter.
Yep. Okay. I'll look to possibly switching back to Wednesdays because that does seem.
A Wednesday's not good for you?
No, Wednesdays are
harder?
okay most of the time.
Gotcha.
It's good for me. So there are some occasional things that make it tough, but
All right.
it's not too bad. So I can always make it work. Other business for tonight, we were going to go over the assignment of department liaisons with a full third of the committee missing. Thinking we want to stay with the same liaisons for now until we have more people.
Maybe explain it so let Lisa knows.
Yep. So Lisa, what we do is we have specific committee members that are assigned to be the liaison for each of the different departments in the town, the town clerk's office, the police, the fire, et cetera, water department, and so on. We'll usually have a primary and a secondary liaison for each department, and those people will be responsible to talk to the heads of the department, bring any budgetary concerns they have, any updates for us on what's going on with that department. Some people are more proactive than others in reaching out to the department, but sometimes the department will reach out directly to their liaison. It just gives a little more personal communication, a little more one-on-one contact for the department head to reach out to us.
And sometimes, like, the town manager will say, I'll contact, you know, the water commissioner, or the head of the water department.
Yep.
Regarding that, and then you wouldn't necessarily, but lots of times, like, if I have, say, I was the liaison for the library, and something came up in a meeting and we had a question about something, so then I would call or contact the
Oh, I see.
library the next day and just say, hey, we had a question about blah, blah, blah. And then I would bring the answer back to the group, or, you know, kind of like that.
Okay.
Or,
Yeah, as an example, at different points in the budget process, we've had questions for different departments. I remember there was one time we had a question for the school department, and the liaison on our committee reached out to the superintendent and talked to him.
and
about
sometimes,
it, so.
we usually try to schedule tours of different departments. So you get a water department tour.
Really?
And you get a tour of the
Yeah.
fire department, a tour of the police department. So the liaisons usually set that up and kind of ask everyone, like, what's, you know, good dates for you or good days for you, and then kind of works with the department head to try and schedule.
So we'd all go.
Right, would all,
Yeah.
sometimes,
Wow.
they've
Anyone
been
that's
on
available.
weeknights, they've
Yep.
been on a Saturday, they've been, you know, all different, times. The schools, you can go and, tour whatever schools when they do, usually that's a longer, tour, but we usually try to do that once a year. I don't know that we got that in all that much last
The
year.
last year, I think we just had water. I did too. The year before, I don't know. if
So
we
we
even
haven't
had
done
any.
fire
We
in a
haven't done as
while,
many.
we haven't done police in a while, we haven't done, so those are just some things that, like, the liaison for those departments, when we get them, could kind of reach out and set that up.
I see.
And I know Pete, as the liaison for the new school building project, has been going to all of their meetings and coming back with updates for us on what's been going on with the whole project and timetable and stuff.
And we actually have, I'm a voting member on that committee as well. So,
School committee?
The
the school building.
School
Oh,
building.
school building committee.
Yeah.
Oh,
They have to have a representative from each, you know.
Mhm.
like,
Yeah, I'm
so
familiar with it, yeah.
One from the selectmen, one from.
It's $100 million committee, isn't it?
Yes,
Something like that. A little less.
Oh.
right around there.
But it's good we get our own, like, little updates from Pete about what's going on and where they're at, and, so it's
Which is a great
good way to
segue,
stay informed,
Yeah.
you know, with all the
I have
departments,
a
by
little bit.
getting having some liaison reports.
which is a great segue into 100% of the school plans have been submitted to MSBA, so that's on track. They did a pre-bid meeting today. All the contractors and subcontractors have been chosen to get the bids. We're gonna have another meeting in mid-October, and they're still looking to start digging in November, December.
wow.
What's the final percentage of reimbursement on this, remember?
56, 57%.
It's, one of the things with that was it's a little bit variable, because part of it is as receipts come in and as things come in, there are certain things that they will reimburse and won't, and if there are overruns on some things,
Yeah.
those might not be
And it, and
reimbursed.
the percentage is based on a formula that the state has, how many kids are on different school programs, you know, it's like free lunches and all that kind of stuff. So the poorer the school district is, the more they get. They have a website, you can go and they have all the schools and projects and,
Can you give the website, especially where we're on camera? Do you remember it? Abington, if you go to the Abington PS, Abington Public Schools, abingtonps.org, or on the, even on the town website,
it gets you a link, yeah.
you can go right from the Town of Abington website to the new school building committee.
I rarely go there only because, to be quite honest with you, it's not as updated as it should be. I don't know who's responsible for updating it, but they're not.
They do seem to go through waves of updating
Yeah.
it.
Just looking to see.
I know in the spring, we got some really good updates with the plans and
Yeah.
the drawings of what they had, but I didn't see much over the summer, so.
No,
I was just looking to see if I had it, because I was originally that liaison.
but not only are they on time, but they're still on budget.
Which we love
While we are there, do we have any other reports from liaisons? Talk to your departments. One report that I can give from talking with the fire chief, we do have the new tower truck, and they have been training on it. They need to train on it before they can actually get it out into use. They've been training on it every opportunity they have available.
Drive by and see it. It's quite impressive.
It's a very good-looking truck.
Right
I'll
up
send you a
on
picture.
18.
I happened to catch them, they were practicing back at the highway department,
Yep.
getting it up and turning it around, and we happened to be walking to Mount Vernon, and they were doing that very carefully, by the way.
Yes,
It's very impressive.
yeah. Anyone else have any other liaison reports? All right. A couple of people waiting for liaison assignments, so. I will, since we're holding off on the assignments again, I will send out the list of departments on an email to all of us, and I know some people have expressed specific departments that they would prefer to be able to work with, but we'll go over it in the next meeting, but just so that, especially for people like Mike and Lisa that don't have any right now, you can kind of get an idea of which departments are coming up, and you might want to put in for it to be the liaison for either the first or the second one, so.
Okay,
It's always good to like take a department you know nothing about, because you'll
That's a
really
good
learn a
thing.
lot. If you don't, if you know nothing about like the sewer department, or nothing about the fire department, or their budget, or the inner workings, it's, I found it, like, especially in the very beginning, like, really helpful.
All right, moving on.
be all of them. That should be all of
You'd
them.
be surprised how much you might know.
Yeah. Moving on to correspondence, we have our copy of the Beacon. If anybody would like to read through it, the Pete usually likes to. And we do have our notice of the Association of Town Finance Committees is having their annual meeting. It is on Saturday, October 17th at the Sturbridge Host Hotel. And it is a meeting of finance committee members from all over the state. And if anyone is
Where is it being held?
I believe Sturbridge, but I'm
I'll scan it off and
Yeah.
email it out to you tomorrow.
trying to confirm that on here.
And then we just need to let Deb know, for anyone that's
Yes,
interested in
and
going.
it is Sturbridge. It's at the Host Hotel in Sturbridge.
And our dues are paid, so.
And our dues are paid.
Yes, excellent. And it is October 17th, and it goes from 8:15 in the morning when registration opens until, it looks like, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
So good, have you gone there?
I have not gone yet, no.
Pete, did you go last year? to the-
What?
Did anyone, did any of us
Finance
go?
committee.
Besides you,
Not
Deb?
last year.
Not last
Not
year.
last year. I know Chad went a couple years ago.
Okay, maybe it was Chad I'm thinking of. That's another like good opportunity if you're new, or if you've never been, even if you're not new and you've never been to this before, they have workshops like budgeting 101.
Oh.
Or capital planning, buying the big stuff. So it talks about how different towns, you kind of can collectively have a speaker, like for the capital planning, it's Charlie Foskett, which is the Arlington Planning Committee Chair. And they'll talk to you about how they're doing it, or different things that they've found to be helpful, or why it's done that way, or there's one, I think the other, I went, they had open meeting laws, were like being updated and changed and everything, so it was, they had all kinds of information about, you know, what violated the open meeting laws, and, they also that year had, like healthcare in your town, and how different towns are doing it differently, and so it kind of gives you, like, visual budget, I have numbers here, how to be an effective finance committee. So you go and listen to the speakers, and you can, people from other finance committees, and it's very interesting.
Sounds like it.
Well worth it. You get like a little lunch or snack or something, I think it was.
And Deb will email all the information out to us.
Okay.
Pass that over to Deb. That's it for correspondence. Reviewing the minutes from the July 22nd meeting.
Move to approve?
Second?
I move and a second. Is there any discussion on the meetings from the last meeting? No discussion. Vote to approve the minutes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Lisa is abstaining as you weren't at the last
I
meeting.
wasn't here, yeah.
So any meeting you're not at, you abstain from the vote. So. You got the vote down? All right. Unless anyone else has any new business or.
Just a
other
question
business.
in terms of, what are our annual responsibilities relating to conflict of interest law, open meeting law, and those kind of things? Have you got all of the information on everybody you need at this point? Is that once a year?
I believe it's every
Two
other.
I believe
Every
it's
2
every
years?
other.
Every 2
Yes.
years.
Okay, so that's something for Lisa to
I believe.
take care of?
Sean probably.
I believe
told
Sean
you
sent
that
you an email about the Massachusetts Code of Ethics
The
training.
quiz
I
that you
did that
took on.
last spring,
Yeah,
Yep.
so you're good
Oh, you
for,
covered
this
it.
year, yeah.
Yes. So,
So we're all legal?
we're all good.
as legal as it gets.
Tyler's not here, so.
Yeah.
Anyone have anything else? Anything to raise? Any other motions?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Don't vote on that yet. Do we want to set up a next meeting date?
I think for
or
now,
you just kinda-
for now, we're set to meet on October 6th. I've gotten several people saying that they would put that in their schedule. I will go back and talk with Sean and a couple of people
Okay.
on that, and with Rick, and make sure that it's something that either, that one will be good, or we'll review afterward, but we'll discuss on email whether or not we switch to a Wednesday at that point. With that said, I believe we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And we are adjourned.
That was a nice light meeting for your
Quick.
first meeting.
How long would you say is average?
You know, it depends on what time of year it is. So